When people are against the Illuminati, then they get punched in the face all the time. The press hates them and nobody likes them. You heard the rumor that Barack Obama and Jennifer Aniston had an affair that ended his marriage. People that I respect, some that I even love who may or may not watch this show. Was Barack Obama's presidency the ultimate illusion? That's the question blowing up the internet again. Old whispers are roaring back, but this time with heat no one can ignore. And guess who sparked it? None other than Katt Williams. And that's the thing is so the Bidens and the Obamas hate each other because Michelle Obama is very good friends with Hunter Biden's ex-wife. So that's led to a significant problem where they don't like Hunter, and if you don't like Hunter, Joe doesn't like you. So I would not be surprised if Holmes is right on with this of like, oh well, why don't we do this? No, you give us problems, maybe you can have a problem. In a now viral set that hit harder than expected, Katt didn't just throw jokes. He peeled back the whole glossy image. While the world clapped for Obama's cool charm and polished speeches, Katt flipped the script completely. He called Obama a white friendly black man, straight up saying he was more product than president. A clean-cut figure built to make the mainstream feel safe, not a real one who repped the block he came from. That wasn't just comedy. That was a call-out. I've not been funded. They pay you to not talk about things they don't want you to talk about. They tell you that themselves. Katt's delivery had people laughing, sure, but the message underneath it cut deep. Was the Obama we praised just a brand? A symbol wrapped in hope, but packaged for control. I mean, there's not to add insult to injury, but there's a Daily Mail report out today saying Kamala Harris's marriage may be on the rocks. Like, everybody's on the rocks. Again, I will say I love the Daily Mail, but the sourcing appeared weak. It was like people who know the couple, but like I don't know if it's any better than that. But they're saying she's blaming him in part for her loss because he turned out to be such a hot mess liability. You buy it? And Katt didn't back off either. He went further, way further. He dropped hints about bigger forces moving behind the curtain. He basically said the whole Obama era was cultural engineering, a setup to keep people in line, not to shake the system. All that hope and change talk, according to Katt, it was just a carefully rehearsed performance to keep folks dreaming and not rebelling at all. But if it is true, it truly would be a political earthquake in Democrat circles. Never mind America. I don't remember a presidential divorce in modern history. Now years later, those so-called punchlines from Katt Williams don't sound so funny anymore. They're starting to feel like warnings, like clues we all missed while clapping for history. Because the aftershocks of Obama's presidency are still shaking things up. And one debate in particular has exploded into chaos. The rise of LGBTQ mentors in schools. Yeah, mentors, not just teachers or lessons. Actual role models chosen because of their identity. And people are asking, what does that really say about the values planted during the Obama years? Critics are out here connecting the dots. And the picture they're painting, it ain't subtle. They've been accusing Obama of quietly pushing what they call a pro-homosexuality agenda. That term alone stirs controversy, but it's one that keeps bouncing around conservative spaces louder than ever. Under his watch, LGBTQ visibility didn't just rise, it exploded. Got to spend a minute on the Obamas because there seems to be some momentum picking up in the rumor mill about their marriage. All right, I'm going to bring you what I know. Remember that rainbow-lit White House or those sweeping federal protections? To some, it was overdue justice, but to others, it felt like a hard left turn into uncharted territory. Now, fast forward to today. Classrooms are the new battleground. The debate isn't just about teaching diversity. It's about handpicking mentors based on sexual identity. Is that real inclusion or a setup that's been in motion for over a decade? Then boom, like throwing gasoline on a live wire, came the interview that still haunts the internet. The wildest street moment of Joan Rivers' entire career. So the truth about Jen and Barack is that there is no truth. True. You know Barack Obama. I've met him once. I know Michelle more than him. What? Is there a truth about you and Michelle? Not. It's that is not true. Just weeks before she went in for a routine throat procedure that took a deadly turn, Joan casually dropped a bomb so bold it made headlines and conspiracy blogs spin out with a straight face and zero hesitation. She told a reporter, "We already have a homosexual president. You know Michelle is a transgender just like that." Raw, reckless, and straight to the point. People lost it. And some laughed it off. Some were straight up horrified. but a quiet crowd. They leaned in because Joan didn't flinch. She didn't laugh like it was a joke. She didn't backtrack when pushed. When the reporter tried to get her to clarify, she calmly doubled down. A transgender. We all know. We all know. Who exactly was we? And how is she so confident saying that like it was common knowledge? She is not sorry. They are looking forward, all the women in your life. All the women in my life are looking forward to being able to, live a more normal life. Yeah, but still not entirely normal. Obviously, everybody's under the microscope at all time. And you're staying in Washington, D.C., which is unusual for an exiting president. Now, let's be real. Joan was the queen of saying what others wouldn't dare. She made a career off crossing lines and burning bridges. She got banned from more networks than most comics ever get on. But this was next level. This wasn't about red carpet disasters or nose jobs gone wrong. This was a full-on attack aimed straight at the core of the Obama's public image. And then just like that, less than 2 months after that explosive interview, Joan Rivers was gone. Not from some long illness, not from anything people saw coming. She died during what was supposed to be a routine throat procedure. For instance, like this is a magazine that came out a couple of weeks ago in Texas. Said the truth about Jan and Barack. Oh, that was of all the calls you get from your, but what actually happened inside that clinic? That's where things get real dark. Later investigations revealed her oxygen levels dropped fast, her vitals were crashing, and for way too long, nobody did a thing. Now, was that just tragic negligence? That's one theory. But the internet, it ran wild with another. Conspiracy sleuths were quick to call it what they believed it really was, and an assassination by neglect. They claimed Joan opened her mouth and said something she was never supposed to say. And someone powerful made sure she'd never speak on it again. She's doing great in the school she currently attends. And our attitude is that if you have a teenager and you really want to make sure that they never talk to you again, then pull them out of high school right in the middle, yeah, you're right, of sophomore year. So look, they've made so many sacrifices. They have. Yeah, and they didn't decide that.